To further defend our auto workers, I imposed this 25% tariff.
This is full-on police state tyranny from the gangster president Donald Trump.
Hundreds of protesters gathered here in Ottawa. Demonstrations are against the U.S. President Donald Trump's policies and rhetoric.
And Hyundai announced that it will invest $21 billion in America. They wouldn't have invested 10 cents if we didn't have tariffs.
We're still facing and intensifying unjustified tariffs from our largest trading partner. And the best way to respond to that is to respond at home.
In a move that shocked Canada, President Donald Trump imposed a 25% tariff on foreign automobiles, including those from Canada. While Trump's goal was to protect American workers, his actions sent a clear message. He was not negotiating. He was bullying. And while these tariffs seem like a weapon in the ongoing trade war, they represent far more than just economic policy. They are an attack on Canadian sovereignty. The tariff threat. A direct attack on Canada for Canada. These tariffs are not just a policy issue. They are an economic wound. Trump's 25% tariff on foreign vehicles represents a major blow to the Canadian auto industry, which is deeply intertwined with the United States. If left unchecked, this move could lead to thousands of lost jobs, jobs that support families, towns, and communities across the country. Trump isn't just making a policy decision, he's engaging in economic intimidation. His casual threats of raising tariffs even further are not signs of strong leadership. They are signs of a leader desperate for control, trying to bully his way into a deal. His focus is not on building relationships, it's on dismantling the trust that has long existed between the two nations. Canada's response: unity and resilience. Mark Carney, Canada's Prime Minister, has responded with strength and diplomacy. He has refused to succumb to Trump's economic threats, instead opting for a strategy of resilience. Carney's message is clear: Canada will not be bullied.
These are not idle threats. President Trump is trying to break us so that America can own us. That will never ever happen.
This is not just a fight over trade terms, it is a fight for national dignity. Canada's response to the tariffs is not just about resisting unfair economic policies, it's about standing firm in the face of intimidation and defending the country's values.
We're still facing and intensifying unjustified tariffs from our largest trading partner. And the best way to respond to that is to respond at home.
Carney's strategy isn't about shouting louder than Trump, it's about outmaneuvering him. Rather than engaging in a direct confrontation over the tariffs, Carney has decided to shift the focus of the G7 summit. By abandoning the traditional joint communique, which could have been hijacked by Trump's antics, Carney ensured that the summit would proceed without Trump's disruptive influence. Instead, leaders will release separate, issue-based statements, keeping the focus on global cooperation rather than on Trump's need for dominance. Protests. A nation's call to action. As Trump's tariffs continue to hurt Canada's economy, Canadians have taken to the streets in protest. What began as a small movement has now exploded into nationwide demonstrations. From Vancouver to Halifax, thousands of Canadians are expressing their anger over the tariffs with the message, "We will not be bullied."
No King's protests are taking place in nearly 2,000 locations nationwide. Here in Canada, since we have a king who serves as the head of state, demonstrators are calling the rallies No Tyrants protest in response to Trump's recent actions. Hundreds of protesters gathered here in Ottawa. Demonstrations are against the U.S. President Donald Trump's policies and rhetoric.
These protests are more than just opposition to economic policies. They are a direct response to Trump's authoritarian tactics. As Trump wages his tariff war, Canadians are defending more than just their industries. They are defending their identity. The economic reality behind Trump's actions. While Trump might frame his tariffs as tools of protectionism, the reality is far more sinister. Trump's approach to trade is based on fear, not fairness. Multinational companies are not investing in the U.S. because they believe in Trump's vision. They are doing so to avoid the consequences of not complying with his demands. This is economic blackmail disguised as strategy. Trump's logic is simple: invest in America or face crippling tariffs. This tactic isn't about improving American competitiveness, it's about asserting dominance. And what's most concerning is that Trump's tariff crusade is targeting Canada's most vital industries. steel, aluminum, and automobiles. These are the backbone of the Canadian economy, and punishing them for political gain is not just reckless, it's dangerous.
If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more updates and content. We've got plenty more coming your way.
Canada's challenge: diplomacy versus dominance. At the heart of this crisis lies the question: how does Canada negotiate with someone who views cooperation as weakness? The frustration in Canada is palpable.
Mark Carney has set a really clear standard for negotiating with Donald Trump. He's earned, at this time, again, I can't speak for what tomorrow holds, the respect of Donald Trump enough to at least have a conversation with him. And I think part of what Mark Carney has also done leading up to the G7 is build some strong relationships with the UK and with France.
No longer is this a battle between political parties, it's a battle for the soul of the nation. Can Canada remain true to its values of equity, democracy, and peace in the face of such relentless pressure? Carney's response has been to stand firm. He recognizes that the best way to respond to Trump's tariffs is by strengthening Canada's resolve at home.
We're still facing and intensifying unjustified tariffs from our largest trading partner, and the best way to respond to that is to respond at home.
The G7 Summit, a test of Canada's leadership. The upcoming G7 Summit will be a test of Carney's leadership and Canada's place on the world stage. While Trump continues to wield his tariff weapon,
I think we have different concepts. I have a tariff concept, and Mark has a different concept, which is something that some people like. But we're going to see if we can get to the bottom of it today. I'm a tariff person. I've always been a tariff. It's simple, it's easy, it's precise.
Carney is taking a different approach, one rooted in diplomacy, strategy, and resilience. The summit won't be about appeasing Trump, it will be about protecting Canada's interests and maintaining global cooperation. By refusing to let Trump derail the summit, Carney is showing that Canada is not a nation that bends to external pressure. It is a nation that leads. As Carney prepares for the summit, he is already laying the groundwork for success. By building strong alliances with other world leaders, including those in the UK and France, Carney is ensuring that Canada won't stand alone in its fight against Trump's aggressive economic tactics. Conclusion: standing strong in the face of tyranny. Mark Carney's leadership at this critical moment demonstrates that Canada is not a country that will be bullied into submission. By staying true to its values of equity, diversity, and inclusion, Canada is showing the world that strength doesn't come from domination, it comes from unity, resilience, and a commitment to what is right. Canada's message is clear: we will not bow down to tyranny.
Our old relationship with the United States, a relationship based on steadily increasing integration, is over.
If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more updates and content. We've got plenty more coming your way.